In today's video, I hope to explain a little bit better what it's like to study in the beautiful state of Maine. Now, I'm going to start by saying that it's very surprising to me that the New England states, which are primarily 7 in the northeastern section of the United States, are largely passed over in many instances. Not that much information is on the internet, not that much is known about these states. Yes, you have the exception with Boston area in Massachusetts, with MIT, with Harvard and Yale in the same region. But apart from those universities, not much is said about the beautiful states of New England, specifically Maine. And that's exactly what we hope to explore today. Why is it worth studying as an international student in the state of Maine? Now, for starters, I wanted to explore very quickly the geographic traits of this state. It is the most northern state on the eastern coast. It does border Canada on the northern side, and it is a much smaller state. If you look at them historically speaking, the New England states are much smaller in size, and as they expanded west, those states became bigger and bigger. So we still see a very traditional and smaller size if you look at the neighboring states as well. And this also plays an effect on the university style. The Maine universities and New England universities as a whole are very well known for their much smaller sizes when it comes to the school sizes overall, but also the class sizes. They're very well known for their low student to faculty ratio, which basically points in the direction of small class sizes, personal connection with university professors, and a very close-knit community of students that are going to help you and stay with you after you complete your degree. So if you're looking for that type of feel and that type of atmosphere in an educational setting, then Maine or any university in the New England group of states will definitely serve that purpose, and I encourage you to check those out. Now, Maine specifically, even though it is a smaller state, as I referenced earlier, it does have 41 different universities, colleges, and community colleges to choose from, both public and private, that offer a great variety when it comes to programs of choice, opportunities with internships, assistantships, research opportunities, and even the potential of incorporating internships through CPTs. So strong placement when it comes to the variety of programs, specifically in the state of Maine. Now, the one university I'd like to highlight is the highest ranked school of the state of Maine, and that is the University of Maine in Epro. It offers wonderful undergraduate programs and excellent graduate programs with an outstanding job market that pulls in the graduate students into the job placements and job opportunities. So I definitely encourage you to check out the University of Maine and this wonderful setting. Now, when you look at New England in general, you will notice that the cost of life is higher than the national average, in particular with this general region or location. However, in the state of Maine, that is slightly below the average of the other New England states. So you will be able to save some money if you compare yourself with Massachusetts or Connecticut, etc. But you will have to pay slightly above the national average in the state of Maine in particular. However, the universities are very well known for their scholarship opportunities and their grants within their student programs, so you can expect to receive some form of scholarship or financial aid in order to make that as affordable and as low cost as possible. But as I referenced, Maine overall sits slightly above the national average when it comes to costs of attendance, costs of life, rent, and even gas. Now, you'll notice that I finished that last sentence with gas prices, and you're probably wondering, why is that? Well, I wanted to make a point with Maine specifically because it is well known for having some of the cheapest car insurance out there in the United States. So if you are looking to purchase a car and drive to and from school, then Maine will probably be one of your best options and most affordable options when you look at car insurances in the United States. Now, if your plan is not to purchase a car, but you're still interested in the state of Maine, don't worry. Public transportation is definitely available. In fact, on the whole entire eastern coast, you do have some pretty good public, both bus services and train services to go to and from larger cities. So you can expect to have the availability of being able to move around and explore your area. And that will include cities such as Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., or even Chicago more in the Midwest. Now, when you look at the career prospects, specifically for graduating students, you probably can't choose a better state. Maine has outstanding job placements among their graduate students. In fact, St. Thomas's College states that 94% of their graduate students are finding employment within a 90-day period, which is just absurd and just goes to show how valuable these future employees are upon graduation. So if you are looking to stay in the United States and find employment after your studies, look no further. Maine is probably one of the best options for that specific purpose. Now, as I referenced earlier, the location will play an important part. I'm saying this because Maine is strategically located between the US and Canada. You will have open doors to maybe find and pursue a job placement in the Canadian cities, as well as other New England states. And I'm mentioning New England so often because it has a very robust economy. Every state is known for high quality and high paying jobs. They have a very strong economy in these states. So you will benefit from not only being in Maine, but studying and pursuing your degree in this specific region of the United States. Now, aside from the job market and your academics, Maine is very well known for its outdoor experience. In fact, it is a very popular summer destination, and it has been broken down into 8 specific tourist destinations or regions within the state of Maine. I'm going to highlight 3 for you because I want to show and highlight just the outstanding beauty of the state. And that would be the Maine Highlands, the Maine beaches, but also Moose River Valley. Those 3, in my opinion, are some of the gems that comprise the state of Maine and just show the outstanding beauty that it definitely has. Now, if you're into astronomy, you can't forget about the state of Maine. It has the largest scaled universal solar system on the globe on Presque Isle. It does belong to the University of Maine at Presque, but you can definitely go see it and enjoy this scaled model of the solar system. Like I said, the largest one in the entire world. Now, as it is a smaller state, you will find that there are a lot of smaller villages and towns just scattered and peppered around the state. Most of the entertainment industry or the big suburban and urban areas will fall between the city of Portland area as well as Costco Bay area, and that's where most of the entertainment takes place. So if you are looking to be entertained, going out, enjoy a good dinner, or having fun with friends, these 2 urban destinations will probably be on the list of possible options. Now, to summarize all these points into the student experience specifically, I would like to say that you have a great availability of destinations to visit. As I mentioned, you have larger cities such as Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. in a very close range in order to have your escapades with other international students. But you also have smaller schools, smaller class sizes where you can have an intimate relationship with both your professors and other peers. So overall, student experience is basically described as a family experience. You feel like your peers are your family. You have a very close-knit network that you build over the years from your university. And that's why the campus spirit and also the school spirit upon graduation is very, very strong with these schools. Most of these schools have different organizations or methods where they can keep in touch with former and present students at the university, and they do anything possible to help launch careers of fellow graduates. So you can expect to have that networking opportunity that brings everybody closer, because you're not in a large university system that you're just another face or another number, but rather you're part of something bigger, you're part of something special, and those that enjoyed the years of study as you did in the same period are going to be bound forever. So that's a wrap up for the state of Maine. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something special and unique about this specific state. It's a gem hidden from a lot of you, and I know that New England in general is an area that is not looked upon as closely as maybe other states. So I encourage you a lot to do your own research to figure out different universities that might have the perfect graduate programs, undergraduate programs, or overall cost for your specific profile. If you need help getting that information and just understanding what other states might be available for your profile, then feel free to go to the description of this video. On that description, you're going to find a link to an online form. If you fill that out, you're going to have access to a free consultation with an Epro 360 member. And on that call, we can better assess what your profile looks like, what are some possible options, and how we can make your dream of studying in the USA a possible reality. If you like this content and you just want to leave a like, then smash that button. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notifications, and that way any future content that we create and publish, you will be notified first. Until then, thank you very much.